Hi, I'm Victoria.
And I'm Taya, and we're here from Girl Scout Troop 2266. We're here to share some volunteer opportunities in the community.
Let's start with Gold Country Wildlife Rescue. Hi, we're here at Gold Country Wildlife Rescue. Oh, what do you guys do here?
Well, this is a wildlife center here in Loomis, California, and we rehabilitate wild animals, native wild animals, and they could be injured, orphaned, or ill. Gold Country Wildlife Rescue is a place where the public can bring animals that are in need, and we feed them, we care for them, and we make sure they're healthy, and then we release them back into the wild. There's lots of exciting things that happen here. You never know what's going to come through the door. It might be a baby hummingbird, or it might be, you know, an injured coyote pup. We don't know what'll come through the door, but the kinds of opportunities that exist here have to do with feeding and caring for the animals. There's wildlife laundry to do, there's wildlife dishes to do, there's lots of cages to be cleaned, and there's diets, wildlife diets to prepare, and food to chop, and lots of things. There's help with exams. Volunteers here, you know, help hold for exams and help us with treatments. So there's endless things to do here at Gold Country Wildlife. We always because we have lots of animals that go off into the release cages once they're released from here, and also transporters. We always can use folks that can help these animals get to where they can go, and that includes rescues too.
What kind of people can volunteer here? What are the requirements?
Well, you do have to be 18 years or older to help here, and it's you know, just able to move and walk and stand on your feet for your 4-hour shift. There's not any other, you know, strenuous activity that you would need to do. We do train, but if you have any experience with animals, if you have experience working at a wildlife center, or perhaps a wildlife biologist, or any kind of science background, that's always helpful, but not required. We are permitted through state and federal agencies to do what we do, and so those who become volunteers do have to become members so that they can operate under our permits.
Thank you for sharing this with us.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Working with wildlife sounds amazing. Let's go on to Roseville Utility Exploration Center. Hi, we're here at the Roseville Utility Exploration Center with Melissa Kinsey. So what do you do here at the Roseville Utility Exploration Center?
The Roseville Utility Exploration Center is funded by 2 departments in the city of Roseville, Roseville Electric and Environmental Utilities. So we're all about conserving water, conserving energy, reducing your waste. So all the messages from the utility departments come to us, and then we create programs and missions to support their messages. We have about 35,000 people who come into our exhibit hall annually, and we receive about 6,000 school kids for field trips to learn about all that same messaging that the center portrays to the public.
What are your top volunteer needs here?
We have a couple of volunteer opportunities here in the center. We request for people to help us in our general exhibit hall, which would be our customer service docents. So they sit at the front desk, answer questions of the public who walk in. And then our second opportunity is for those that actually lead field trips. So the 6,000 school kids who come on field trips with their teachers, we would love to have some support from some folks who have education experience. So teaching our conservation messages to school kids that are mainly 1st through 6th graders.
What kind of people are best suited for these opportunities?
Volunteer requirements include adults who are over 18 years old, people who are willing to learn a little more about utility departments or come to us with an education or experience in those, someone who's interested in environmental issues, someone who likes to work with the public, customer service and chatting with the public walking in our doors. And then a majority of the folks who come to us are either college age who are interested in this subject, or retired folks. Ideally, we have retired teachers who come to us because they come with experience to teach our field trips.
If someone wanted to volunteer, how would they contact you?
They can either call me directly if they have questions, but the #1 place is to go to our website, which is roseville.ca.us/explore, and look for our volunteer page. We have an application online for them to fill out. If they were wanting to have questions answered, they could call me at 916-746-1553, and email is mkinsey@roseville.ca.us.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome. Thank you for supporting us.
Wow, they have so many great opportunities there. Now on to the Sutter Roseville Medical Center. Hi, I'm here with Judy, who
is one of more than 200 volunteers here at Sutter Roseville Medical Center. Welcome to the hospital. We're delighted to have you here today.
What are your most exciting volunteer opportunities?
We have more than 18 areas where we volunteer, so I'm sure everybody that volunteers in those areas would say that theirs is the most exciting. Probably right now the pet therapy is the star of the show, where we have wonderful dogs that come in and greet the patients, and patients just love it. It really makes them feel better and happy right on the spot. We also have volunteers who work with the newborn babies that are delivered here at Sutter Roseville, and we deliver a lot of babies here at the birth center. We also have volunteers in the emergency department. That's a very busy place for our volunteers to be, and they like all of the action over there. We have volunteers in the Sutter Cancer Clinic, and right here in the main lobby, information and admitting. They're the first people to greet patients and guests who come into the hospital.
What are the requirements for volunteer?
We have senior volunteers who have to be 18 years of age and older, and high school graduates, and then we do have some junior volunteers who are age 16 and 17 up to age 18, and they're juniors and seniors in high school.
So Megan, what do you do here as a volunteer?
I'm a junior volunteer in the pediatrics department, and what I do is I assist the nurses with whatever they need help with. I'll ask them if they want me to make up cribs for babies that may be born later on, bring ice packs, make ice packs, bring water or juice or things like that to the patients. And I basically just do whatever I can to keep the hospital running and take some weight off the nurses who have been working their long shifts.
What is your favorite part about volunteering here?
Well, as I just keep coming back to last year, being able to have had 9 volunteers who went off to college and were all accepted in major universities or schools to do whatever they chose, simply because they had taken time from their wonderful college or high school days. Instead of just playing the days away, they would give some time and volunteering for their community. And it's just such a joy to see that in our community.
What's your favorite part to being a volunteer here?
The favorite part is when we actually get to work with the patients, when we knock on the door and ask them if they'd like to visit with the dog and see the dog. And when they say yes and we see their faces light up and they smile, that's the best part. Then you know it's a very rewarding type of volunteer work you're doing.
If you wanted to volunteer, how would you volunteer?
If people are interested in volunteering, they need to go to sutterroseville.org, go to the volunteer services, and there's an application form online they can fill out. They'll see all of the different volunteer areas that we offer and submit their application, and we'll take it from there. We all find it very rewarding to be here at Sutter Roseville. The patients are grateful for the care that we can give them alongside the staff, and the staff is grateful that we can be here to help them out a little bit. So it's a wonderful experience. I really recommend it to those who want to be involved in an environment like this.
Well, looks like the pet therapy really works. Speaking of animal therapy, let's go to Ride to Walk. Hi, we're here at Ride to Walk with Dr. Corn and Becca.
Taya, thank you so much for having us. We're so delighted that we get to talk about Ride to Walk and what it all means. Ride to Walk actually is a therapeutic horseback riding program that was designed for individuals with neurological disabilities. And we use horses as the tool so that we have the opportunity to help them get their body stronger, get them more mobility, give them balance, and we're going to also work on how they feel about themselves. So they're going to gain self-confidence and just learn to have a good time.
What are your most needed volunteer opportunities here?
Of course, we have lots of volunteer opportunities, but the ones we really need the most, one are horse leaders, and two is our sidewalkers. And we do training for both. It's really important that people who are horse leaders have had some horse background. People who want to be volunteers as sidewalkers and helping the children do not need to have any horse experience. We actually do in-service and teach people what the program is about, why we do what we do, what the safety parts are, and how we want them to help do the therapy with the child. And so those two, our horse leaders and our sidewalkers, are our two most important people that we need out here.
Are there any volunteer requirements?
Well, thank you for asking, because it's really important. I know a lot of young people really want to volunteer, but I need to have young people that are 16 years or older, because they need to be very responsible. Two, I need somebody who is in good health, because people walk a lot and they have to be strong enough to hold the children on. And then the last thing that's most important is that they're happy and fun and enjoy playing games and being with children.
How do you volunteer?
We're hoping that a lot of people will be excited about volunteering, because it's a really fun program and the children all make progress, although a lot of people think it might be very slow. It actually, in a month's time, you can often see fairly good changes with these children. So if you're interested in volunteering, go to ridetowalk.org, which is our website, and click on the volunteer application. You can print it off. You can either bring it in or send it to 700 Sunrise Avenue in Roseville, or bring it out to the property in Lincoln on Highway 193. I guess I'd like to just say that I think this is one of the most important programs that exist for helping children with disabilities. And it's because it's therapy, but it's also a lot of fun. They learn new skills. They become much more open, and they're oftentimes learn to speak, they learn to walk, they learn to talk, they learn all kinds of things out here while they're having fun. And Becca might be able to tell you what she thinks is most important too.
I think the most important thing that I've gained from Ride to Walk is not just the physical aspects, really. That definitely does help, but definitely more of the sort of mental and emotional things that come along with learning how to ride. And mostly I think the one thing I really took away as a child is really it gave me more self-confidence in my abilities, both physically and mentally. For me as a child, it was one thing that I did differently from all my friends at school.
That's right.
No one else rode horses, and so that made me different, and that made me also very special. So it was a great way for me to gain confidence as a young child and take that into my adult life.
Wow, volunteering there looks really fun.
You know what else is a fun volunteer opportunity?
Girl Scouts!
Hi, we're here with Emily from Girl Scouts Heart of Central California.
Hello, I'm Emily. I am a membership development specialist for Girl Scouts Heart of Central California. We're an organization of over 28,000 girls and over 10,000 adult volunteers. And our mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place.
What are your most needed volunteer opportunities here?
Actually, we have a huge need for adult volunteers to be leaders for our girls. We have a lot of girls who are interested in being in Girl Scouts, but we just don't have the adult volunteers there to be able to lead them. So we have opportunities within here at the program center to have short-term troop meetings, or we have opportunities for long-term troop meetings where they would meet with the girls about twice a month for about an hour each time for a year long-term or longer. We also have a need for adult volunteers within their own community to help with what's called a service unit team. And those service unit teams are people who help run Girl Scouts in their own communities and help the adults become better leaders and help run events or programs or camps even in their own areas.
Are there any volunteer requirements?
There's a few different things. The first and foremost is that you have to be over the age of 18. You can be male or female. You don't have to have a girl in Girl Scouts. And everybody who wants to work with the girls fills out an application. We do a background check on any of the people who would like to work with our girls. Second, we do trainings, so you don't have to know anything about Girl Scouts to become a part of the movement. If you're interested in volunteering for Girl Scouts, you can contact us either at our website at www.girlscoutshcc.org, or you can email us at info.girlscoutshcc.org, or you can actually come and meet us in person. We have events throughout each regional area to introduce volunteers and girls to Girl Scouts. And you can find those events at our website at www.girlscoutshcc.org/join.
So we hope that you go and check out these amazing volunteer opportunities.
Thank you for watching.